you know, people are trying to claim my work, and it's absolutely horrible what's going on. And I don't believe in slavery, but that's what we have. We have slavery. They want to have people to be in a poverty situation. They want to use their minds and their abilities and create processes to profit themselves. I'm completely against it. It's fascism, out and out fascism. I don't give a shit if you use the fucking cops. All right, I'm going to use the intelligence service as my own brain and the entire fucking planet to get this bitching fucking crazy bastard place sorted out. And I don't give a motherfucking shit whether you guys whinge, moan, whinge, cry, or whatever. All right. This planet will progress. See, you are stealing, you're plagiarizing my work, and you're twisting it and making it look like the other way. You know exactly what you're doing. You're mind thieves, you're criminals, and you've been busted. All right. Oh, and by the way, yesterday, I hope it did help to bust some fucking drug criminals. All right. I hope it did, and if it did, I'm going to expect some payment. All right, from you know who. All right. I'll do it again as many times as necessary to get those fucking bastards under control. All right. It's gone way out of fucking control. Don't be controlling me, man. Yeah, but it will be fucking with your drugs. Oh, but it will. And that's where your fucking heart is, isn't it? In drugs. Oh, but it will. All right? And this is going off right around the world right now. Okay? This is going off the United States. This information is stated on United States servers. All right? So, I know we've got a special relationship between Britain and America, but there's something crazy that's going on, and I want it bloody resolved. I want it resolved sooner rather than later. And I know it's affected the royal family, and I know there's a pile of shiznit going on at the moment with Prince Andrew, which I really feel very, very sorry for. I've always liked Prince Andrew, and I think what's happened to him is a bit of a shame, but it might be a bit of relief because he may be able to go and do other things. So I feel kind of sorry for Prince Andrew. He's a really good guy by the looks of things. And I think what's happened is that, an honest, beautiful situation has been turned around into something horrible. And he's absolutely terrible. Looking at that picture, it's a beautiful picture. And he's basically, he is, isn't he? It's like, and here he is, you've got a prince in your home and, should be all smiles and stuff. So it's a beautiful picture, and people are just blowing all things out of proportion. I'll defend Prince Andrew because I think he's a decent guy, and I think that's what's happening to him. He's basically being a lightning rod for the British royal family right now, which, as I say, he's been an awesome, great brother in doing that. But apparently the news is reporting it like, wait till Prince Charles comes home, wait till your brother comes home, and then they have a chat with him. Which, fair enough. I mean, they've never heard of this thing, I think that, waiting for Prince Charles to come home and to have a chat with his brother, apparently, it's just being all blown out of proportions in this country and affecting things crazy. But as I say, well, you try to say, you won't let me have a chance to do it. All right? And then when you give me the opportunity to actually do it, if I make slight error in the speech, and then you jump in on me and I say, look, I can't do it. You're full of shit, dude. You're absolutely full of shit. You're criminal, and you need to be chastised to the sufficient degree. All right? What you're doing is wrong. You are especially doing it wrong to me because I'm connected with. All right? And if you want to try and control the United States, you go and suck your own dicks. All right? Fucking mean it, man. right? No, you know the situation. All right, we got a stupid situation going on here in Britain with the politics, the British royal family, and the whole bloody thing is on a knife edge. So, and as I said, we've got people over in this country and over in that country. Everyone wants to plagiarise my work. Everyone wants to control me. Everyone's horrible. Ever for the last 3.5 years. And it has been an absolute nightmare ever since I've been here. Ever since I got hit in Kendal and come here to Blackpool, it's been an absolute nightmare. And I've been asking the appropriate ones for help and assistance, and I will try to make funds and get out of the situation that I'm in any way I fucking can. And that if means blowing up drug dealers and fucking blowing up bloody drug deals or whatever, I will do that. All right? I don't give a bollocks, man. I mean it. I'm really like that. I'll get into the fucking day and just mess the whole fucking lot up. All right? You don't want to mess around me because I will mess it up on you. All right? And I know people are like, oh, don't mess up. Well, I'm sorry. I can't help it, but I've got to do this. You guys aren't giving me the way to success. You're not allowing me to carry on. You're not allowing me to get out of the situation. And yet I have this responsibility and I have these forces coming upon me around the world, from the United States and Great Britain and from other places. And you guys are just like, like this, It's like, dude, you've got to give way, all right? You've got to allow it to happen. And what has happened to me while I was in the United States and Great Britain has been an absolute crime. It's been terrible, all right? Yes, I did make mistakes because I didn't, connect with or stay with my connection. And as a consequence of that, obviously all sorts of shiznits that's happened. I realized yesterday that once leaving that place was almost symbolic of leaving the United States. It was symbolic of that. And so, of course, didn't really know what was going to happen after that. All right. So that's really the situation. I am on at those guys virtually every day, and it's just a nightmare every single flipping day. I don't get to know anything. I'm kept in the dark. My brain is pummeled day and night, programmed, reprogrammed, configured, reconfigured. As far as I'm concerned, the self me, hasn't got a choice in anything. Hasn't got a decision in anything at all. So that's really the situation. Well, you guys are going to do what you got to. I got to do what I got to do. All right. Now, I do appreciate because I say, I don't want to be at odds with people because I want to come on the side of the forces of good and righteousness, and if you want to use that archaic term, or the side of the, I support the government. I think the British government is an absolutely brilliant work. And I want to continue to support the British government. I was joking, that I nearly vote red, right, as opposed to the blues. But I'll still vote for the blues, no matter, So well, this is the thing of it. If you want me to come visit or anything, you're going to have to make some decisive action because there's that much stimuli going on or not stimuli going on, and there's that much darkness and blankness. I can't make head or tail of freaking anything. So I got no idea whatsoever what you guys are planning or not planning. And it's like, I hate to think that I'd miss an opportunity, for something, because it seems as if I've been doing it all the way along because of silly things that took place, a misunderstanding, and then as a consequence of that misunderstanding, the connection was severed, and all this craziness took place. So I can only apologize for what has happened, and in the United States, that is, and I wish that people could help me out in a fuller sense, because my situation is that, well, just give us a fucking American Express card and let me go. I think that's really all it comes down to, because if I just left on my own devices, I'm pretty all right. You see, what happened last night is because of the interference. Right? If you hadn't been interfered and all these stresses and problems coming on, it wouldn't have reacted next year. It would have gone out like that. Right? But this blanking out thing is of concern to me, because that was a complete blank out. I swear to you, I have not absolutely. But while I was doing it, I had absolutely no knowledge of what I was doing. It's as if I was asleep through the entire time. So it was if, stuff was on, but I wasn't actually doing it. It was if someone else was playing with the brain, playing with the controls, so to speak, in my mind and doing what I was doing. So that's something for intelligence to, be concerned about. Or it might have been a test. I don't know. Um, it actually. So I'm going to be very careful if I have any alcohol in the future, dude, because the propensity to blank out like that seems to be pretty high. So I'm going to have to literally stay teetotal from now on. And I'd appreciate if you guys could help me in that regard. I don't have any trouble with respects to. It's just that it helps with pain and overcoming the time travel thing. That's really all it is. So I'm going to stay teetotal, really, because obviously the effects that are coming on my brain are pretty strong and powerful. And if I blank out like that again, I mean, goodness knows what the hell, I wouldn't say anything that bad's going to happen because my heart's good. It is a scary thing to think that, you're walking about not, like essentially being, but you're walking about and doing stuff and somebody else is doing it. So you're not actually in your right mind. You're not under control. You don't have yourself under control. Somebody else is freaking doing it. So I'm going to have to be very particular and careful about that. So the answer to it is just to stay completely free of alcohol. Don't have any of it whatsoever. Because obviously there's a possibility that somebody could take control of my mind and use it against my own will. Right? So that's the thing of it. My mind is very, very sensitive, and there are forces that are coming upon me that are pulling me this way, pulling me that way, trying to control copying, all right, which I think is completely plagiarized. That's right, is just completely and utterly wrong. Hold on. All right, and well, actually, it's on my Facebook page, so if you want to take a look at it, you can. It's actually confirmed. G.O.D. But hopefully, I'm with the right people. I mean, I don't mind if I'm with the right people. All right, but as I say, that people are trying to pull me this way, people trying to pull me that way, and we are trying to do what is the right and good and proper thing, and sometimes obviously have a little bit of a mind fart or something that takes place every now and again. And we got to play clean up and stuff. So all I can do is apologize to people. I didn't mean to make it come out like that. In fact, I was just walking up to get my electricity card, and that's all. But I mean, what I intended to do yesterday was done. I got what I wanted to do done. But I had this period of blanking out. I just do not remember even walking up to get my electricity card. I can't even remember paying for it. So that's how, that's how dark it was, all right? And as far as I was concerned, I was fucking sleeping, right? But someone else was doing the controls. So I got no idea. I remember, like, shouting, but just the odd occasion, just shouting. But I can't remember what I was shouting about. And so... it was a bit of a weird thing that happened yesterday. So I can, I really just want to say sorry to people because I didn't want that to happen. Obviously, well, I might want to fucking want that, mightn't I? Because the shit that I'm in at the moment, being pulled left, right, and I'll tell you, man, I'll just go into the fucking danger zone and do what's necessary. If that's what it takes to fucking become a millionaire, I'll do whatever it takes to become a millionaire, all right? I've had enough of being poor. I've had enough of being a slave, all right? Absolutely fed up with it. I know you guys need me, and I know you're very interested in my work, all right? But you guys are trying to claim it as your own, and you're fighting against each other, right? So... you're supposed to have control of your own mind, not allow somebody else to control it for you. All right. So I'm very concerned. Well, there's no very concerned about it. There's nothing to be concerned about. All right. You just need to get me some funds because these people around about, all right, they've helped to manage the phenomena, but they've also caused the trouble. All right. So they fight and argue and stuff, and it's like, and well, this is the thing of it. That's why I'm always like for those fellas, because it's like, they are the public, and they gotta be helped and protected. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's their job to be able to keep our internal affairs straight and proper. And that's why I'm so frustrated as well. Concerned for, so short of asking for some employment, which I don't think is likely going to happen. I'll just carry on doing my best that I did. But that was a bit of a surprise to me, fellas. That really took me by surprise. I didn't realize I was going to blank out like that. So I have to apologize to you for blanking out. So I'm going to have to be resolved. And as I say, if you can help me with regards to that, to maintain this teetotalness, I appreciate it. There's no addiction involved. It's just a decision whether I want to or not. All right. So that's really the thing of it. If you've got maybe it was just a one-off event or something. If you've got we'll let intelligence work that out. Let them see what they say about it, because I recommend very highly their point of view on matters. As I say, always defer to superior intelligence. So whatever it is that they're saying, well, that's good enough for me, right? So that's really the situation of it, really. So that's it, really. Yeah. I don't think of anything else to say, other than I do get a little bit bored. I'm just really waiting for the end of the week, for Saturday, the end of the week. For Saturday, yeah, it was an example of black. I programmed the black, and then it makes it look like you regress it, and it makes it look like you said it first. But that's not the case. It's just this, my thought imprints on the black, and then you go, oh, we did say it first, because you believe it, you see, and then off you go. That's the way you guys think of it. But in reality, you're actually in essence being programmed, or at least you're getting to believe something that what you want to actually believe. So you use the black stuff to program. But anyway, you know what the heck you're doing, and you know what you're doing to me, and I don't appreciate it, but maybe I can understand why. And it's like, well, look, I trust intelligence, and I trust the authorities that we have in this country. But yeah, we have got some freaking nutters and Neanderthals and crazy people, so it's like, craggy, and sort of dealing with them in a righteous, justice way, and not just wreaking revenge or hatred on them because they're coming against you. Like, for example, if you had a gun, if a Neanderthal came at me, I could go, you're like, if it was in America, I'd be able to use the Second Amendment right, okay? Because I'd be able to stand, don't move, right? You'd be able to, but in this country, we're not allowed to do that. So you're sort of like, oh, crikey, so we're very much reliant on, the various institutions to do what they have to do to keep us all safe, So that's the other point. I don't want to fuck them up, put stress on people. But on the other hand, I've got to make progress, and if there's a way of making funds, I'll take it. You won't take it. I'll do it. And that's what I was doing yesterday. But as I say, it just sort of I blanked out, and as I say, maybe it's got something to do with that. But if we get a result, I'll expect payment. All right, I mean it. If we get a result, I'll expect payment. Sticking my balls on the fucking line, just for nothing, Thanks very much. Appreciate it.